Hi there. So here I am in a beautiful place. I'm stopped on the side of the road. I saw these beautiful flowers and I just thought, I'm going to stop here right now. I was on my way driving down to the Central Valley here in California because I wanted to talk to you about something that's upsetting for me in as much as it's pointed to the way agriculture is going at the moment. And I wanted to take you and show you the almond orchards down in Central Valley. And those orchards, they're beautiful right now, full of blossom. And but I wanted to talk to you about how agricultural practice with almond growing had changed because somebody had come down with salmonella poisoning. The implications of that were that the small businesses, the small farms went out of business because there was a new requirement. They were not allowed to sell raw almonds. They had to treat them. They had to treat them with chemicals and with heat, both of which were too expensive for most small farmers. They went out of business. Large agro companies took over. And the implications of that, well, we see them all the time. We hear about it all the time. But the thing is that I was on the way on a long drive to take you somewhere to talk about something I was upset about. And and I had to stop and I had to think, hang on a minute, this is not what I want to do. And excuse the car driving past here. It's actually a very quiet road. And yeah, it's like, why do we get into this world where we want to constantly, I don't know, like, it's almost like constant complaining. It's like the world's so terrible, so many things are going wrong, life's awful, life's too difficult, life's a struggle, da 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 da. And there is so much to talk about, so much to fight about, so much to be concerned about. And I don't want to take away anybody's concerns or fights or struggles or how the world occurs to them. But what I want to do is propose a different way of looking at the world. And it's a bit like now pulling over. Yeah, I was on my way to drive down to deliver something which would be extremely upsetting. Well, I didn't. I pulled over, and life can be like that. You can be on the road to upset. You can pull over from that road of upset, and you can stop and look around and listen and observe. And in the time it took me to pull over, to pull this camera out, to sit down here, I was able to appreciate the breeze that's blowing in the air right now, to hear the bird song, to take time to look at the leaves coming out on the trees and see the plants growing here. And I know that we all have moments in life where we're able to just sit down, even in moments of crisis, and we feel a calmness, a connection. And really all I want to say is this. There are many reasons for me running to be a councillor for Chagford, but one of them is so that I can look at ways in which we can create for ourselves in our lives these kinds of moments, where we can pull over from this road to upset and say, hey, look, I'm going to look around at the world differently. That I'm just going to embrace a moment of beauty and calm and what life is really about. Because life isn't about just an orchard of almonds, or the way in which farming is shifting and changing, or the impact of climate change, or education worries, or concerns over money and wealth and all of those things. And yes, we need to have a life that we can live well. But how do you put a value on being able to appreciate moments in life where you can just sit, be calm, be quiet, breathe? There's no price to that. And I wish us all to have those moments, and as many of them as possible, and to enjoy life to the fullest. That's what I want, and that is why I'm standing, or one of the reasons why I'm standing. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Goodbye.